Greatness can come from anywhere.
I draw inspiration from the Filipino people and to God and my family. Hard work is the most difficult things in boxing.
Let's get into it.
Saturday, October 14th is going down in Australia. Can Brian Mendoza pull a Devin Haney? Can he go to Australia and upset the current, recently elevated WBO 154-pound champion TSZYU, son of legendary TSZYU? Now, let's get into the tail of the tape. TSZYU, 23-0, undefeated, 17 knockouts. Knockout percentage, 73.91%. Age, 28. Height, 5'8". Reach, 72 inches. Last notable fights, Carlos Ocampo, knockout victory. Tony Harrison, that was a knockout victory. And notable win also, he beat fellow Aussie. Jeff Horn was a little bit overrated. He got, I don't know how he won against Pacquiao. I do not know how. I mean, they cheated Pacquiao in that fight. Terrence Crawford comes back and he beat the hell out of Jeff Horn. So that's the end of Jeff Horn's story. Brian Mendoza, 22, 2-0, 16 knockouts. But I believe Brian Mendoza has that one-hitter quitter type of power opposed to TSZYU, who has more of a cumulative effect with his shots. Now, Brian Mendoza, I mean, we all seen what he did to Sebastian Fundora. Fantastic knockout victory. Shout out to Sebastian Fundora. I mean, that was a huge upset because I had Sebastian Fundora, to be honest with you, y'all, if y'all follow the channel, I had Sebastian Fundora taking over 154. I mean, this dude is 6'6". He has a crowbar of an uppercut. Look at this picture, what he did to Erickson Lubin. You can't even tell it as an Erickson Lubin. I've never seen somebody physically get this figure in a fight before. I've seen horrible cuts. I've seen gashes. You've seen shut eyes. I mean, you've seen broke hands, broke ribs. But I've never seen somebody undergo plastic surgery in a fight before until I saw Fundora take care of Erickson Lubin. I mean, that's crazy. So for Mendoza to go into that fight and do what he did to Sebastian Fundora, and I got to give Sebastian Fundora credit because after he got caught with that monster shot, I mean, he did catch himself. So you could tell Fundora was in shape for that fight. He did have some legs. But that follow-up right and left hand from Brian Mendoza, oh my God. I mean, that literally almost sent Sebastian Fundora crashing through the mat. Fantastic knockout victory. And Mendoza also beat Jason Rosario. In case you guys don't know, Jason Rosario is the guy that and it hurts my heart to say this, man, but when he went in there, he beat Julian J-Rock Williams, man. Shout out to Philly. But J-Rock, he wasn't the same, man. You know what I mean? He wasn't the same J-Rock that went in there and dismantled, you know what I mean, Jared Swift Hurd. He just wasn't the same. Jason Rosario, he was also in there with Charlo and Erickson Lubin. So in the uppercut that Mendoza hit Jason Rosario with, oh my God. I mean, coming to this fight, both of these guys have different ways that they get their opponents out of the fight. But Mendoza, he has that power. He has that raw one-hitter quitter knockout power. If he catches TSZYU flush with a shot, and it doesn't matter because he has power in both hands. He knocked out Jason Rosario with the right uppercut. He knocked out, you might as well say he knocked out Sebastian Fundora with the left hand. It's fair to say that Brian Mendoza has not only power in both hands, but he can hit you with different shots and knock you out. TSZYU, he's more of he has the accumulative effect with his punches. He puts his punches together. He throws a lot of punches and bunches. He's a boxer puncher. He has speed, and TSZYU has deceptively good footwork. And also Brian Mendoza. But Brian Mendoza, I mean, if you look at the way that he was shelling up with his defense, the way he was lowering his head, it kind of reminded me of what Bernard Hopkins and how Bernard Hopkins used to fight. When Bernard used to throw his shots, I mean, forget dropping your chin, but Bernard used to damn near drop his head, and he kind of like, you could tell like he was kind of like looking up to look at his opponent's shoulders to see where the shots was coming from, what they was throwing. Brian Mendoza, he was doing the same thing when he fought Sebastian Fundora. So, I mean, but I don't think really that's going to matter in this fight because I think these guys are going to go at it. I think it's going to be a war. I think somebody's going to get caught, and that person that gets caught, I mean, it could be TSZYU because this is TSZYU's first title defense. Brian Mendoza, I believe he's going to come into this fight, and I believe he's going to cook TSZYU. I think that power is going to be too much. I think TSZYU is going to be the most dangerous in the early rounds. I give him from round 1 to 4. But if Brian Mendoza can stay competitive, I believe that the fight progresses and he gets his timing and he learns what TSZYU likes to do, because both of these guys have underrated IQs coming into this fight. But like I said, power in boxing is the equalizer. If you have a high boxing IQ and on top of that skill set, you have power, that's the definitive and that's the deciding factor. And with Brian Mendoza coming into this fight, good boxing IQ, tough competitor. You hear the guys talk about Brian Mendoza when he's in the gym. I mean, the guy is a worker. He works very hard, and I respect that. Anybody that goes out there and grind for theirs, I respect that. That's a soldier. You know what I mean? That's somebody that I can respect. That's somebody that I can rock with. He's not waiting for somebody to give him anything. He's not waiting for anybody to give him an opportunity. He's going out here. He's winning. He's putting on great performances, and he's earning his shots, and he's earning his spot.
Fatality.